yeah, you can see how it's going to kind of look. You can get an idea of how the scape's going to mature over the next few weeks, few months. Hi everyone, I'm George. Super excited today because I'm at my friend's house, Pete. I aquascaped this Aquascape 600 for him 2 months ago. I'll leave a link right up there now of the process. It's grown in really well. I'll give you a complete update, the techniques we're using, the maintenance on it, and I'll give you some lovely cinematic B-roll as well. So I hope you enjoy the film. So if you're interested in aquascaping, planted tanks and inspirational aquariums, then hit the subscribe button, press the notification bell, and you'll never miss a thing. So I'm just going to run through all the kit that we're using. Starting from the top, this is the Twinstar 600S. I've talked a lot about this in previous videos. Really good LED light units, 45 watts. As you can see, it's growing the plants very well. This is set to an 8-hour photo period. The tank itself, Aquascape 600, my favourite aquarium of all time. Again, talked about this loads of videos on this model aquarium. Cabinet is the raw concrete grey, a really trendy finish by Evolution Aqua. Hand built in the UK. He's come in 16 different finishes to suit all kind of interior designs. Inside the cabinet, you can see the filter on the left there. That's an Iwagumi Biomaster 350 with a built-in heater and pre-filter. That goes to a UV unit, which I don't normally use on planted aquariums, but I think Peter had a really good deal on it, so he thought he'd give it a go. Through the UV unit, after that we've got the external inline diffuser. That's obviously attached to the CO2 unit, which you can see right there. Dual stage regulator with solenoid. You can see the bubble counter. It's running about 2 to 3 bubbles a second. Pete's actually running a SodaStream CO2 bottle with adapter, which is quite a popular method of injecting CO2. And then finally, there in the centre of the screen, you can see the liquid fertiliser he's using, which is the Aquascape Complete Liquid Plant Food. And Pete's using about 7 to 8 millilitres of that every day. Here you can see the CO2 drop checker. So this is filled with a 4 degrees KH solution and pH reagent, which changes colour. The more yellow it is, the more CO2. The more blue it is, the less CO2, and you want to aim for like a lime green colour. Actually, it's more of a yellow, so the CO2 levels are quite high in here, but the fish are absolutely fine, as you can see, so there's no danger. Then we've got the glass outlet there. This is what we call a lily pipe. The CO2 and the water from the return of the filter is coming through that lily pipe, and the design of this outlet here enables you to put quite a lot of water through there, but it doesn't cause too much turbulence, so I really like these lily pipes. There we have the filter inlet, which also doubles up as a surface skimmer, so it's skimming the surface, drawing water down through the glass tube. At the bottom there we've got the filter inlet slots hidden behind the rock. Just showing you a different angle of the scape there. You can see the substrate sloped quite significantly towards the rear. That gives us an enhanced sense of depth, especially when we're looking at the scape from straight on. So maintenance wise, Pete's doing 2 50% water changes every week. I think he's cleaning the rocks almost weekly. He doesn't like to see algae on the rocks, so before every water change he's given them a bit of a scrub with a toothbrush or even a wire brush for the really stubborn algae. And then follows that up with a water change to ensure all the algae and detritus, etc. that's been stirred up during that process is removed via the water change. He's trimmed the carpet a couple of times. We do have a minor build-up of diatoms, like a soft brown algae, amongst the leaves. This is quite common in new setup. I'm a little bit surprised it's in there because it is 2 months old, but it will die back on its own accord. I could recommend actually getting an army of Amano shrimp, which might help. We've got Otocinclus in there. They do really like soft brown algae, but they tend to eat it off more smoother surfaces, so they're not actually getting into the leaves, unfortunately. You can see the fish, we've got 19 or 20 ember tetras, Hyphesobricon amandi. Beautiful little fish, really popular in aquascaping, especially Iwagumis. I think the orange really contrasts nicely with the green of the plants. Plant health is amazing, apart from obviously the little bit of algae we've got there. The Echinodorus tenellus is the original kind of species, which has a really lovely red tinge to it, and I'll get some nice macro shots of that for you later. The water's a little bit misty right now because we have got the inline CO2 and that's producing a very fine mist, and that's getting circulated around the whole water column, consequently giving a little bit of a cloudy water feel. I'm going to turn that off now and then I'll do some nice cinematic B-roll for you. Inspirational, aquatic related. That doesn't sound very good. I'll start again. If you're interested in aquariums, oh dear. Aquascaping, planted aquariums, and what do I normally say?